Hello and welcome everyone to Selective Preparation Power Thinking Skills Test 15. In this video we have 10 questions to get through. Let's start now. First question, unstated assumptions. So our given text, it says in a car it is known that beeping indicates low battery while a lit warning light on the dashboard indicates a problem with the engine temperature. So Perry says my dashboard has a lit warning light, therefore my engine must be overheating. Now Perry's argument is actually cannot be considered correct because we know that there is a problem with the engine temperature. We don't know if it's overheating or too cold. There's not enough information. So Perry is incorrect. Michael says, the beeping from my car is gradually getting quieter. This must mean that the battery in my car no longer has an issue. So we don't really know about the sound of this beeping. We know that beeping indicates low battery. We don't know what quieter battery beeping sound means, right? So that's why Michael's statement can also not be concluded. So who is correct? The answer is C. Neither are definitively correct. As usual, you can look at the solutions here for a little more information. Okay, number 2. If you have a read through this passage, you can see that the main idea is that even though we have had widespread experience, they have still opted for a soft lockdown, okay, which is not as good as a hard lockdown, which is here. Okay, and they are basically questioning if this soft lockdown is actually better or not than a hard lockdown. And they also have said that we need to make sure that we have clear, concise instructions or directives that are understandable by all members of the community, right? And to put into place to support a much tightened lockdown. So the main idea is that they are supporting a harder lockdown and also clearer guidelines. And the answer that best supports these 2 points, the main points, is option B. Instead of a soft lockdown, the New South Wales government should have put a hard lockdown in place and have clearer guidelines. So that's basically the main idea summarized in option B. To see why the other ones are incorrect, you can have a read of the solutions here. Okay, number 3, to beat this game, I must achieve a 5-digit score that meets the following conditions. So we want to find the lowest score that meets these conditions. The odd digits have even numbers. So we can look at our options here. The odd digits have even numbers. So that means the first, the third, and the 6th columns. Can you filter any of them out? No. All of them have 2, 4, and 6 as the first, third, and 5th. So this one's out. The remaining digits sum to 7. Okay, so that means these 2 second columns should sum to 7. 7 plus 0 is 7. This one's safe. 3 plus 5 is 8. So C is out. 1 plus 6 is 7. 0 plus 7 is 7. So A, B, and D left. No digits may be repeated. So if you look at B, the 6's are repeated, so B is out. Now between A and D, you want to find the lowest score. So that's why it's A. Okay, D is not the lowest score. Okay, number 4. My friend lives in Perth while I live in Melbourne. So you need to use your geographical knowledge to locate where these places are in Australia. Melbourne is in Victoria, isn't it? It's going to sit somewhere here, okay, in Victoria. Oops, somewhere on this coast, okay? So that's Melbourne. And Perth is in Western Australia, so in this yellow bit here. Now, it is daylight savings time, which means we have to look at the sun time. Okay, let's use another color so it's a bit more obvious. Look at this time here, okay? And Perth is +8. So what that means is that Perth is 3 hours behind Melbourne. Right? Because whatever the time is in the global time, we have to add 8 and add 11. So that means Melbourne will be ahead of Perth. So if I want to call him at 9:30, when it's 9:30 p.m. in Melbourne, we have to -3, and it'll be 6:30 p.m. in Perth. Okay, so that's why the answer is B. Number 5, we are buying 2 Super Dupers in from the canteen. You have $3 in the pocket. What combination of Super Dupers would leave you with the most money in your pocket, and how much change would you have? So, if we look at the first one, we have blueberry. Buy 2, get 1 half price. So, that means that we will buy 2, get 1 half price. Buy 1 will be 50 cents. And the second one will be half price, so 25 cents. So you get 0.75 for the first one. The second one, buy 2, get 50% off your total purchase. So that means we spend $1, right? So 50 plus 50 is the dollar. And 50% off the whole thing. So you divide this by 2, 50% halve it, right? And you get 50 cents. Essentially what that means is you get the second one free, okay, because you're only paying for half of the total purchase. So which one is cheaper? The Fairy Floss one. And how much change would you have from $3? $3 minus 50 cents gives us $2.50 change. So that's why C is the best answer here. Number 6, 5 co-workers knew that below about their attendance at the office from Monday to Friday. Okay, so we're going to write Monday to Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And let's see who was in. So, Alex went on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, Alex, AL for Alex. Beatrice went every day after Wednesday, including Wednesday. Okay, so Beatrice. Charlie went on holiday with Dave on the days Beatrice went to the office, so neither went on those days. So Charlie is not here. No Charlie and no Dave. Charlie went on Monday. Okay, so Charlie went on Monday. Dave did not see Charlie at the office before he went on holiday this week, but Dave did go at least once this week, so that means Dave went on Tuesday. Evie went every day. Okay, so Evie went every day. How many people were in the office on Tuesday? You can see that there's only D and E. 2 people, so it's option B. Jessie goes on camp with her friends and stays on the first floor. She tries to find where her friend Elaine is. Boys stay in even-numbered rooms while girls stay in odd-numbered rooms. So Elaine is a girl's name, so we're going to focus on the odd-numbered rooms there. Jessie stays in room 5, so it can't be 5 because Jessie is in there. 48 is a multiple of this room's number. So think about 48. 1 times what is 48? So it's a multiple, okay? 7, you can't get 48 from 7, so you can cross out 7. 1 and 3 you can, okay? So we'll leave that for now. And Elaine is in a room whose number is a prime number. That means that, Elaine must be in 3 because 1 is not prime. Remember, prime numbers need to have factors of another number and itself if 1 only has itself, okay? So room 3 is your answer here. 8. Let's read the text. Vehicles are either in a state of motion or at rest. Internal events are those that occur inside the vehicle, and external events are all other events. If a vehicle is in motion, it can only be stopped by external events such as a traffic light. If a vehicle is at rest, it can only be moved by internal events such as turning the radio on. So obviously, this is not a real scenario, okay? It's not a real thing that happens, but we are going to use the reasoning to find if Hyunjin and Heejin are saying the right things. So Hyunjin says, I press the brake pedal, therefore my car stops. So remember, a brake pedal is an internal event. It happens inside, right? So internal event, what happens? Can it stop the movement? No, because it can only be stopped moving by an external event. Okay, so Hyunjin is wrong. If you do something that is internal, the only thing you can do is move from rest. Okay, you can't brake, you can't stop the car, but you can move it. Okay, so Hyunjin is wrong. Heejin says, I flagged a taxi down, therefore the taxi stops. So flagging a taxi down is an external event, right? External event. So Heejin is correct because remember it's an external event and it can only be stopped by an external event, okay? And Heejin is an external event. So the answer here is B. Okay, number 9. What is the main kind of conclusion here? The conclusion is that open offices, right? Open offices increase the workers' ability to collaborate, make them more happy and productive and satisfied. Okay, so it's a good thing. What would weaken this conclusion? If we had something that shows us that people aren't productive, aren't more happy, and they can't collaborate as more in open offices, then that would be a very good weakening statement. And that is D. Open offices and their lack of privacy have shown to decrease employee satisfaction and productivity, and that is obviously countering this bit here. That's why D is the best one. And last one, which one would strengthen the argument? What is the main argument? We're talking about meat pies and they're iconic to Australians, right? They are a defining feature of every Australian's childhood, and no primary school experience is complete without the taste of hot meat pie with tomato sauce. So which one would strengthen it? What would strengthen it? The answer here is B. As part of the citizenship ceremony, they serve meat pies alongside lamingtons. So if they are doing it in such an official place that shows someone is an Australian, right? That is defining feature of Australianism, being Australian, then it shows that the government considers them to be a very big part of what it means to be Australian. Okay, that's why B is the best one, because that's what the whole text is about. Being a true blue Aussie, right, is eating these meat pies. So that's why B is the answer here. Okay, so key points to this test. For those logical codes or do you remember the room ones? Okay, so room number questions. Use the clues to slowly eliminate or narrow down on your answer options. Okay, this is probably faster than solving it out on your own. For those conclusion questions, try and focus on the main conclusion by looking for key summarizing sentences, okay, or words like in conclusion, therefore, so, and more. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.